Just about set to go. Red lights are on, revs are up, and we're away and racing.
Well, we've had a bit of a slow one at the front, but it hasn't caused too much drama. There's Greg Spark looking for a way through. Bit of contact there.
A little bit of contact there. You said he was going to be a potential bit of chaos, but they're pretty good around that first corner as Archer takes the early lead. And then the rest of the field is sort of grabbing through turns 3 and 4 over the ripples onto the back straight, just settling down for the first time in the N1 cars, and now chasing down the H3s, the H4s and the H2, the faster car with a bit more horsepower up front. But of course that top 10 has been reversed, so the pressure's going to be on the likes of 77 Martin Dunn, making a nice move down into the complex, grabbing the lead of 6 Archer.
It looks like Greg Spark wants to go with him, but he's just missed his opportunity. Andy Johnson in right behind him. There's Bailey Walker already looking aggressive coming into the hairpin. There's Greg Spark diving to the inside. Can he get there?
Big field here in the Motul Honda Cup. And Martin Dunn looks like he's streaked away at the moment. 23, Greg Spark moving up. And 74 is Andrew Johnston. He's got a bit of a flyer as well. Coming up and over the top of the hill. 2, 3, 4. Good battle group developing as they spring out onto the tarmac, take their racing lines, and they cross Martin Dunn in front, Greg Spark second, Andrew Johnson up to third.
Oh, 3 wide into the first corner.
Whoa, one of them just going quite wide and then bringing it back under control. I think that was Greg Spark, was it?
There's a lot of grass there as well. Someone's gone across the curbs or something, but they're all sorted themselves out nicely. Good high driving standards with these guys.
So the N1 cars are further. Oh, one of them's just slowing down.
That's Tristan Neat. He's had some gearbox trouble yesterday and thrown a new box in overnight, so it's a real shame to see him out now. Looks like he's got the same troubles again. There's Andy Johnson diving around Greg Spark, going into second place.
That's one of the H2 cars. Tristan Neats are just parked up out of the way, hopefully, so everyone can carry on with the race. Over 8 laps, so it's still done out in front.
This is starting to look tasty. Here's Bailey Walker right on the back of Paul Muldoon coming up over to the hill. This is going to look real interesting down the front straight. So the black car number 2 moving up almost too wide. That's a big bold move as you go up and over the hill. He does the switch though and switches back. Now he's got the slipstream. Just try and work out who's got a time penalty. May have been for jumping the start perhaps. Yeah, really not sure on that one. Haven't seen anything that would sort of deem worthy of a time penalty yet, unless it's some driving standards or something.
It's going to be a post-race investigation, or they'll actually do it right throughout this race at the moment. Once that the car comes across the line and sees number, we've got contact and we've got a big bash.
Oh, well, that's Kenneth's car who went into the wall yesterday, so it was already smashed up. So hopefully that's just a little spin and he can get back underway.
So he's already got a pre-ding. As they go down towards the complex again, Dunn all riding over the ripples. Bailey Walker making a move.
Yeah, Bailey Walker's super aggressive. Oh, there's contact there. Bailey's off the track for a minute, back on.
Pushing him onto the grass, and now they're 1, 2, 3 wide going into the hairpin. Ducking down, Simeon Woosley, Bailey Walker, all trying to charge up from that reverse top 10 position as they get amongst the traffic. So that's always part of the exciting racing when you get a reverse top 10. As we take a look at some of the action, and here's the yellow car, and just going at the end of turn 1, slight contact with one of the cars on the line, and just gets pushed straight off the track.
Yeah, it looks like Mike Clark was giving a little helping hand there. I'm sure it wasn't intentional, just racing.
13, Paul Muldoon streaming through the field.
Yeah, so now we've got Simeon Woolsey just past Chris Hughes, so he's up onto the back of this battle with Bailey. Looks like Paul Muldoon's really moved on though. Got a little gap on Bailey after that contact on the exit of the complex.
So it's Andrew Johnson who's grabbed the lead. 13, Paul Muldoon working up to the top 5. Bailey Walker, number 2, coming up from the rear of the field from that reverse top 10 grid. He's working his way through the traffic. 77, Martin Dunn had the lead for the opening lap and now being forced back down through the field as the faster cars make their move, like Simeon Woosley in the #1 car out of Gulf Harbour.
Big dive there into the hairpin, but Martin Dunn's closed the door. He's known to be really aggressive on defence.
76, one of the black Hondas, is Chris Hughes, your brother from Pukekohe. How's the local going?
He's going really good. He's extracting what he can from that car. So it's a lot less horsepower than some of those cars. So he's taking all his time in these fast corners now. You can see he's getting a little run there on Martin Dunn.
So it's still Johnson in front, Greg Spark holding on to second, Paul Muldoon currently moving up into third. So this is a good battle here between second and third at the moment.
Yeah, and Paul really won't want to muck around here. He doesn't want to get Andy Johnson away too far, so he's going to make this move as quick as possible, and you can see he's already got a great run on him.
So he's in one of the H4 cars, Paul Muldoon.
Yep, that's a 2.4 litre versus a standard 2 litre. He just looks like he's got a good run at a railway, not that much difference in straight line speed.
So you see the different classes, the H4, the H1 of N1 is 1600 to 1800, H2 is basically 1800, the H3 is 18 to 2 litres, and the H4 is 2 litres to 2.4. So a different level of horsepower, machinery and technology sometimes too, but it's all about that need for speed.
Yep, and you know, on the whole, these engines are all pretty standard. As we just see Dave Harker pull into the pits, unfortunately, some kind of mechanical issue there. But yeah, they're all pretty standard engines, so they punch above their weight, which is why we love these Hondas. They're just built for racing.
I've got to say, the track here at Pukekohe looking absolutely fantastic at the moment. Even they had the D1NZ drifting here last night. The track looks pretty clean, although you can see some of the marbles just starting to be flicked out, especially around turn 1 there. So if you get off that racing line, it can get slippy.
Yeah, it can do. You definitely don't want to be offline in turn 1. And I've actually heard from a few of the guys this morning that new patch on the inside of the last turn coming over the hill, just sort of sinking a bit, and you're getting a little bit off balance as you come through that corner. So I'm sure that's affecting everybody.
So that's just at the entrance to the hill?
Just halfway across as you're apexing and starting to run out, yeah.
So we'll get a shot of that as this battle continues. Bailey Walker, first on pole yesterday, and he turned it into a win and had a great drive, the young kid of Palmerston North. So he'll be pumped up. Yeah,
and now he's cleared Greg. He's in clear air, so watch out for a fast lap time for him as he tries to hang on to Paul and make the most of this race.
So Bailey Walker is certainly the fastest out there. He's done a 1:12.8. Paul Muldoon a 1:12.5. No surprises there. Simeon Woosley a 1:13. Chris Hughes a 1:14, doing really well. Andy Johnston, the man who held the lead for a while and is going to be coming under a huge amount of pressure now. He's been doing a 1:13.4. So Woosley, the fastest, done a 1:12.2 now. So they're really starting to pick up with a couple of laps to go. The fast guys working their way up through the field. Who's going to be able to hold on to the lead? Who's going to be able to use their extra horsepower, their pace, and also their good driving ability to grab that lead?
Yeah, and there's Simeon Woolsey just getting past Greg Spark with a good move into turn 1. He's a little bit down on horsepower this weekend, our reigning champ from last season, but he's back and it's great to see him out there. He's a great young driver, still only in his early 20s.
Oh, we've got another bit of a moment here. This is just have a look at the top. Oh, big crash. And one of the yellow Hondas has gone smashed.
I think that's Kenneth Leong again, the car that we saw spin off earlier. It's been in the wall yesterday. Looks like he's had an absolute major.
Yeah, he's had a big major coming up and over the hill, and he's had a huge dent onto the concrete wall. So now they've got to get him out of the car to make sure that he's okay. So he's out of the car, which is a good sign, shaking his head. That's a hell of a way for the rookie to go racing. Let's take a look at the replay of what happened. So he's coming up and over the hill. Little of the bumpers come off. Is that the wheel gone? Looks like the rear shock absorber's gone,
yeah.
And he's just a passenger here. Keeps it off that wall and into the inside wall.
Wow, that's a big contact. I really hope he's okay. Yeah, it looked like that rear left shock had sustained some damage, potentially from yesterday's contact, and so you could see it wobbling as he came over the hill. Really, really scary moment for him. I really hope he's all good there. So the medicos are looking after the young driver at the moment, and that's a real shame too, because you can see that's a hell of a place to have a mechanical fail if you're coming up and over on that left side too, where it's all loaded up. So Kenneth Long. Yeah, and Kenneth, although it's his first round with us, he's done some serious racing in China. He definitely knows what he's doing. He's just obviously just from that contact yesterday, it's just done too much damage.
Andrew Johnson getting the win with Paul Muldoon, lucky number 13 coming home in second, and 2 Bailey Walker rounding out the place on the podium in the second race of the weekend. Worsley, Greg Spark, Brent Thompson, Chris Hughes, Martin Dunn, Jamie Wiggins and Glenn Archer rounding out the top 10 from race 2 in the Motul Honda Cup.